What is up, people, and welcome back to the channel. So today could technically be the last day on the R1 turbo chassis in this workshop. He's going to go from here to custom minis, and we're going to do the work at his place because he's going to be doing 90% of it, but I'm just going to be there to do bits and bobs with him. Remember the seat, the red seat, how the one bolt hole, well, all the bolt holes are all wonky, but the one is nowhere near lining up. Well, I came up with a solution. These seat rails, I went and had some blanks made. Ta-da! So I've only had 5 sets done for now, and they should last me for a while. Because I wanted to get 10 done, and I was like, you know what, I'll just have 5 sets. So I've got plenty of stock. This is good steel as well. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the holes where I want them using these. So like, I think he said he wants that front bringing down one, and the seat needs to go back more because of where I put the pedal box. He's a touch, we're near enough the same height, but his legs are longer, yeah? So we're going to get these off, and we're going to use second hole up, and then that hole, second hole down, and then we're going to transfer those holes onto mine, and then the holes that we need underneath we're going to transfer onto mine, and then we're going to chop a shape out just to get rid of some weight. But because they're blank, the holes can be put anywhere we want. Do you know what I mean? So first of all, we're going to move the seat back so I can work out which hole I want to use on the bottom. We have got a little bit of space, see? There. You know what I mean? So I'm going to work out, we'll take the seat out, work out which holes we want to go to use even, and we'll transfer them, and we'll probably get the plasma cutter out to cut the majority out, unless I do it with a grinder. I don't know, I might get the plasma cutter out. I haven't used it in a while. Right then, I'll whip the seat out and we'll go from there. Right, so I thought we'd just take a measure of the seat in degrees wise. So put that on there, zero it out, yeah? And then you put this on the back of the seat. So we've got 32 degrees there, 31.2 degrees there. Now the seats in saloons should be at 20 degrees, and you normally work that out with your hands device as well. That's why there's a 20 and a 30 and a 10. The seat should sit back at 20 degrees. So we are over. So bringing that down one hole should get us around about the 20 degrees we want. So, right, so tuck it out. So basically what we're doing is this. It's going to get the holes traced. Now I've slightly changed the design of this, but only by a very small amount. You see how it's got a taper? Well, I got rid of the taper, so we've still got the same clearance on the end if you look, because technically we've got more clearance there, but we are a little bit shorter. That is the only difference. And the reason I did that is so they were easier to manufacture for me. Yeah, that is the only reason. I just squared them because it's not going to make a blind bit of freaking difference. So we've got to put these where we want them on the plate. So we've got about a 25mm centre to end. I think one's 20, one's 25mm centre to end, from the hole centre to the end of the plate. So that's going to get drilled. Now the way I've got this set up with this over the top of this, it's going to lower the seat 3mm. It's only 3mm. We've got the clearance on the bolts anyway. But if I put this on the inside, it will raise the seat 3mm. So either or, it's 3mm, here or there. it's just going to be easier to put them on the outside, drill the holes. Then we've got to match this side to that side apart from this back hole, remember? Because this is in the wrong place. So we're going to drill these, put these two plates together to drill this one. And then we need to work out where our bottom positions are. Because we can now put this hole wherever we want to move the seat forwards and backwards to the desired position, giving him plenty of scope to move it forwards and backwards. Because you can literally put a hole wherever you want instead of having to use the slots. Right, so drilled through them, and that is literally bang on fit. That is, I was like, man, the hole literally lined straight up, and they are 8mm holes. Look, it lines bang up straight with that as well. That is the extra hole down because we were too many degrees up, weren't we? So that is that one. So what I'm going to do now is match this hole. Then we need to work out where this hole is and corresponding with that. Do you know what I mean? Because this hole is in a different place. It's lower on that one. So we've got to work that out. But yeah, I'll swap them over. And then we've got to... I might get the plasma out. The plasma's down here, look. Very dirty plasma. Right, the wife's calling. Everyone's phoning me. Right, and so what we're at now is this side is fitted. Drilled. But if you notice, so we are clamped down square to the table, both legs. This is level, right? We come around this side, this hole is in the same place, but we are not level. And we know that this hole is in the wrong place compared to the other side. Which also goes to show that that hole is in the wrong place compared to the other side. But we know this seat is all out of whack. So I want to try and keep a datum point, which is our front fixing. So if you ever put another seat in, what we don't want to do, we don't want to make these direct for this seat. Then you put another seat in and it's all out of place. So I'd rather 3 holes be correct and 1 hole, I think it's about, was it 15mm off? So when you put another seat in, we'll just have to put 1 hole in instead of having to put holes, new holes in all the brackets. Do you know what I mean? Yes, the seat is sitting at, I mean, that's just under. And that's just under. So we've probably got a 5mm tilt in the seat, but you cannot. You just can't. You can't notice it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy with a tight 5mm tilt. So what we need to do now is find this hole, don't we? Which is lost in space. So what I am going to do is get a bolt, M8, that I don't actually have one to hand. Say one like this. So we're going to chop the head off and we're going to put a point on it, on the lathe. Screw it in to the seat. So the point is touching the steel, and then just tap this side of the steel and it will leave a dent. They're called transfer punches, but I don't actually own the transfer punches. So I'm just going to cut the head off a bolt, put a point on it, stick it in, and that will give us our hole. So I'm going to put this in there, probably not this bolt because it's a heck Allen key bolt. And I've got loads of like normal M8s. I'll keep vast supplies of stuff, so I'll probably just do it with one of these. Put that back in there. Right, so I'm going to chop this off, put a point on it. Back in a minute. Right, so there is our point. It's all just going to take. I'm going to screw it in now. Go from there. Should be enough. Yeah. And also, I'm going to mark it up. A bit of should be around there. Somewhere. I lose control when you're not next to me. I'm breaking your heart, baby. So, alright, well, that should be technically there. Looks about right, doesn't it? So, but need a hammer, don't I? So it feels about there. Hopefully that left the mark. I don't even know if I was hitting the head, so. See. Yeah. See? Yeah. So now, there's our hole. Get that drilled out, and I shall return. Right, drilled, chamfered, or you know, chamfered, or what's it called? D-bird, whatever. Anyway, tapered thing. We'll try a couple of bolts. This one in first. And then this one. Oh, it's right there. Perfectamondo. Just like that. Beautiful. That is just how I wanted it. So next on the agenda is we've got to put the holes in the base. So we've got to utilise the holes that we want to use on using the other ones of these, as in using them as a template. But I want to pop this in the car just to double check how far we can go back. And then I can mark on here where the centre of the crossbars are for underneath the seat. And then we've got to cut all this excess off to the shape that we so desire. Yeah? Right. I shall locate these bottom holes and then drill them. And then we'll go on to cutting the sides out, okay? Right, so I've dropped the seat in. It's just sitting there. So I want to see how far back I can get this seat, utilising the rails that I've made. And all the way back, which is about there. So I don't want to exceed this section here, and the box section. Don't want this bend to overhang the box section if I can. You know, not. So, let me show you. Now we know we are more square, don't we? Because that's square and flush with the edge. Yeah. And this edge is square with my cross section. We fit lovely there. See, just in front of the weld. So this dimension here is where I got the dimension, well, the knowledge that I could make those brackets a bit shorter. So on this side, we are also level with that. So this is telling us now that we're square. And the seat is as far back as we can come, because you still have to allow, there's a minimum of 60 mil. Sure, it's 60? 60 mil. Your helmet has to be, is a minimum of 60. I think it's, so, oh God, your head has, back your helmet has to be a minimum of 60 mil away from the main bar. So, there you go. So we are still within our regulation dimension. If you run this too close, it's not good. If you go over and your belts are slightly loose, that's going to make a right mess of your helmet. But it's not so much the helmet. That will hit your helmet. And if your helmet doesn't break, it pushes your head into your spine. Do you understand what I mean? It's like putting your whole body weight onto your neck. That's why you have to have your minimum safety margins, yeah? Minimum safety margins everywhere. Blue Book tells you all of this, distances and angles and stuff. Because it's not to stop your head hitting that. It's to the fact that if your helmet hits that, you've moved and your body's going to shock load your neck. And I don't care how good your hand device is, it's not going to stop a compression. So, safety first, people. Safety first. So, I'm happy with that now, because he's a bit taller than me. Let me just see if I can scoot him. It's not the firmest of seats, because I can roll back. But he's a bit taller than me. This steering wheel's still a bit high, because it's not exactly where it needs to be. But because I've used an Owens Fab bracket, it's movable. But if you look at my legs on the pedals, yeah, doesn't matter how far I press them, my knees are not locked. You never want to lock your knee. Yeah? You always have to have a bend, because if you have a front end collision and your leg's straight, it's going to either blow out your knee or blow out your leg. And I've actually got a mate who had an accident and shattered both his feet. So, bent legs, people, bent legs. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Nice. Brake pedal, clutch pedal, perfect. Yeah? Because normally you want your right leg in line with your brake pedal so you can get maximum force. Yeah? Boop. Or brum, 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 depending on how skillful you are. Right, so I'll get this drilled and then we'll test fit it and see how it's come out. It should come out good. See you in a minute. You lot. Bye. Right, there we go, custom side mounts. They all fitted in quite well. Holes lined up, nice and smooth. I actually went 1/4 inch further over the front, just because I wanted a bit more material around the bolt. Let me bag them wrong. Where's the camera? There it is. There's plenty there, but I just wanted that a little bit more, so I've gone 1/4 inch further forward. But You could slot them if you wanted to. I just wanted that little bit more over the front. But yeah, she's in. Side mounts. Fitted lovely. So, I'm going to leave this one here now. The next video, we've got to cut them out to shape. But I want to use my plasma cutter. So, in the next one, we're going to modify my plasma table. I've actually cleaned it off, look. I only put the tube there, sorted stuff under there. I want to put wheels on it, so I can bring it over to underneath my extractor when I'm using it. So, yeah, in the next one, plasma table, modifying, pull my neck, and finishing off side mounts. Right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, people.